I think basically what I'm going to say straight away, I'm not going to race in this shoe.
What is up guys, Andy Forest, Team Runner here, and welcome back to another video. And today we're taking the Alphafly version 2 for its speed test. So welcome back to another video. We're diving straight in today, getting to the point, which is all about the Alphafly speed test. 6x is on the cards today, and it's a workout that, well, I did it last week with Ben and Ben, but we did it for a different purpose. This is all about, this is a workout that I do fairly regularly in my training cycle, and for me it's a good little last workout, speed workout that I do before a goal 10k, which is in 7 days. Frampton is in 7 days. There we go, 2 mile warm up done. So as I said, 6x10k is on the cards. Now, I took my camera last week to do this speed test video. Speed is what I like to try and do first before long run test. And if you're a regular of the channel from a few years back, you'll know that every shoe I got, I ended up doing an initial review, a speed test and a long run test. Now as the years have progressed, shoes I'm finding are much more narrowed down into certain areas. There'll be a lot of shoes that I test that don't deserve a speed test or don't deserve a long run test because they're just not built for that, and there's no point in testing them that way. It's all about testing them in the way that they're meant to be tested. And shoes like the Alphafly, ones that are coming out like the Magic Speed 2 from Asics, Pro 3 from Saucony, Speed 3, all of those type of shoes that can not just be a long run shoe but other ones I try and do multiple testing on, and that's what today's all about. So I want to see how we go today. Last Wednesday didn't go so well, to be perfectly honest with you. The heat absolutely crippled me, and the workout wasn't a success. That, coupled with the fact that I completely forgot my camera, because it would have made a great video, meant that I didn't get it on camera. So 7 days out from Frampton 10k, 6x, 4x200 meters, 60 seconds rest in between the kilometers, and the goal today really is to see how close I can get to my 10k pace. I want these to be controlled effort. If I can get them close to 10k pace, and that's 6k worth of work, and then the 200 is just to spin the legs over a little bit more. I am going to do a double threshold session later this week, but it's going to be lighter. I didn't plan to, but because I had a week off the other week because of my back, I am going to, because I kind of tapered a little bit then and now building back up. So yeah, we'll see how we go. We're just going to roll straight into this, no messing. Let's get this underway. Oh, by the way, it's around 6:15. I'm on the industrial estate, which is the last place I want to be, and it's quite busy, so I'm going to be doing a little bit of car dodging and pavement jumping. Right, here we go. Run 0.62, first rep, let's go. I missed the final pace on that one, so it would have been on screen, but I saw my pace flash up as 5:30, so a bit slower than 10k for the first one. See what the next one brings. .320, 321 pace, 5:23 per mile. That's more where I was hoping for it to be, but it's feeling hard, it's hot, and the shoes, they definitely feel clunkier than V1. .326, 5:33 pace. I don't know. It's yeah, the effort's not, I don't know, I can't articulate this. I think the best thing for me to say is the shoe definitely feels like it's a one-trick pony. It's been refined so much for the marathon. I'm really struggling to pick it up. It just wants me to sit in gear when I'm on the rep. It's cruisy, but I don't know. Let's roll into number 4. 325. It's not happening today. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of factors that could be causing this. I'll talk about them at the end, but I don't know, not a good one. I think I hit goal pace then, 524, 525. I think the rep was 321 per K. But I really had to put a lot of effort into that. A lot more than I should have done last one. .317, 318, 518 per mile, 4x200 to go. As you can see, I really had to work for those last two. Yeah. And then back down to 449 pace. I don't know what pace what number 200 that was. That was a 33, 34, 34. You would have seen it on screen. But workout done. A little bit underwhelming. Not horrific in the slightest. Decent workout, but kind of deep down expected a little bit more. Heart rate's been high over the last couple of weeks just because life stresses and things. I've noticed that on my easy runs in particular, but overall I felt like since the back issue's gone, things have been going really well. So tonight was another box ticked. Just, I don't know, should I be expecting more? I'm not sure. Anyway, that's the workout done. Let's get the cool down sorted and we'll go back and talk about these shoes.
So there we go, speed test complete. I'm going to come at you now with my final conclusions, and I'm not going to beat about the bush. A little bit like how we started off with the workout, just rolling straight into it. I'm going to give you my thoughts. You probably saw there that I was a little bit dejected during the workout, and I've actually taken a couple of days between recording that workout and gathering my thoughts, because I knew straight off the back of that workout things were a little bit raw and I needed to kind of process things. So I swapped my video schedule around and put the last video out before this one, which was scheduled to be after it. So I just wanted to kind of gather my thoughts a little bit. I've done 4 runs in this shoe now, 40 odd miles, and I think basically what I'm going to say straight away, I'm not going to race in this shoe. I know that sounds quite dramatic, but I'm not going to race in this shoe. And don't get me wrong, this does not make it a bad shoe, but I'm not going to race in it. And I guess you can look at this in a multitude of ways. Let me just explain why. Now, although that workout didn't quite go to plan, there are a lot of external factors going into that. I was obviously quite hot. I'm not doing too well with the heat. I'm trying to adapt. Humidity was high, and I knew that that would take some seconds off each of the repetitions. I'm aware of that, and I know that I didn't quite hit the paces I wanted to, but that's kind of, I know there are reasons for that. But I've just found in particular in the last couple of runs that this shoe is not quite cut out for racing. I'm going to tell you exactly why. They've commercialized this shoe. They've made it more mass marketable. They've made it more available for more runners to use this shoe. V1 was quite unique and it still felt fast and it still was fast. And it was actually, despite the fact that this is an 8mm drop and that was a 4mm drop, that one to me feels more aggressive. I feel like when I get going in that shoe, I run fast. What they've done with this shoe is great. They've stabilized it more. They've made it wider in the midfoot so that your arch doesn't overhang. They've made it more stable. This extra foam in the heel has in general just stabilized the whole shoe. The upper is still great and the AirPods are still good, but it's added enough weight and enough bulk to the shoe for me to feel like I'm just not fast. And that is the crux of this shoe for me. I just don't feel fast in it. All right, I am fast in it and I run good times and quick times, but I don't feel it, and that for me is massive. When I come to a racing shoe, I need to feel fast. The Vaporflies and the Alphas V1s make me feel fast, but the changes and tweaks that they've made to the shoe do not make me feel fast. I'm efficient, I am quick, but it doesn't feel quite right. And I know for some of you, you might think that that sounds a little bit crazy, but it is kind of half physical and half mental, and I have to say that I don't quite feel sharp enough in this shoe to race. I just feel clumpy. They feel clumpy. Now, here's the caveat. I still enjoy this shoe. I still like it, and I will genuinely still recommend this shoe. Obviously, I bought this with my own money, and I will still recommend it. But I will say now, having done enough testing in the shoe, and I appreciate you guys sticking around for all the testing that I've done, I can now lay to bed the fact that this will not be my London Marathon shoe, and this will not be a shoe that I'm going to race Frampton 10K in this coming Monday. I was going to give it a race. I can't bring myself to do it. I want to feel fast. I'm in good shape. I want to go there mentally fresh and feeling good and ready to go. I'm going to choose the Alphafly version 1 for that race. And the reality is, unless something better comes along, the Alphafly version 1 will be my London Marathon shoe. So you're going to see a lot more mileage in this shoe. I am going to train in this shoe, do long run workouts in this shoe, do everything in this shoe, and I still do rate it highly. It's still a really comfy shoe and it works for me, which is great. But just simply put, the changes they've made to this shoe has just taken the edge off of it. If I could say it in a nutshell, that's what they've done. The changes and tweaks have just taken the edge out of it to make it not quite feel so fast and to feel a little bit more clumpy. So there we go. Those are literally my overall thoughts on the Alphafly version 2. From first impressions to this workout, this is where I stand with it. This is how I felt, and I would love to know your thoughts, because if you guys managed to get your hands on the prototype colorway of this shoe, you should, in theory, well, maybe you've left it in the box, but if you haven't and you've been using it, you should have had 2 or 3 runs in it by now. I'd love to hear what you think. Does the weight make a difference? Does the extra bulk make a difference for you? I know it does for me, and really it's just, yeah, the edge has gone. This is going to be a really solid workout, long run shoe, training shoe. It's going to soak up, but then begs the question, it's a heck of an expensive training shoe, isn't it? So, you know, I think I'm going to leave it there. Before this debate goes any further, let's just say I'm not going to race in this shoe. Not trying to be dramatic, I'm just not. But I will continue to use it, and I've paid my money for it, so I'll continue to put some decent miles in it. So there we go. Those are my thoughts on the Alphafly version 2 after the speed test, wrapping up and concluding all the testing. Love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Love to hear if you've run in them multiple times yet and what you're starting to think now that you've put more miles in them. It's always great to do this extra testing just to get some more miles in and really just feel the shoe out. First runs are great, but you know, I like to think I've done a good job in testing it now. 1 mile long run, 2 speed workouts in it, plus the first run itself. So overall, I really do have a good gauge of the shoe now. So there we go. If you enjoyed today's video, guys, please do give it a like, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel for weekly running content, and as always, I'll see you on the next one. Until then.